Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Steffy finds Hope with Finn, her response is 2 words: "You're fired." Editors have picked all of the highlighted goods and services on their own. On orders placed through its retail connections, soaps.com might get paid a commission, and the retailer might get some auditable data for their records. Continuing from yesterday's episode, Steffy says, "Are you trying to seduce him again?" Indeed, things appear dire, especially since Hope is sort of lying on top of Finn. Finn brought his wife's computer to the design office rather than the one where she works, by the way. A plot point, huh? Hope is adamant that Steffy is totally misinterpreting the circumstances. However, things don't go very well because she can't really disclose her involvement with Carter. When it comes to her long-standing opponent, Steffy is enraged. "I swear to God, I will go crazy if you say, 'You're totally mistaken,' next time." Steffy loses it. If not for Finn, she wonders, why is Hope wearing lingerie? For whom else would it be intended? Steffy isn't happy with Hope's response that sometimes things aren't what they seem. Steffy sneers, "This was just a pathetic play for my husband." "You resemble your mother exactly." "You're done, Hope," Steffy replies, reminding her of her previous admonition. "I want you to leave today." Ridge tells Taylor across the hall that he believes in Carter, but he doesn't understand why in the world he wants to make such significant changes at Forrester. Why now, too? Brooke arrives while they are still talking about hope for the future, stating unequivocally that she would continue to stand by her daughter and her business. The subject swiftly shifts to Taylor accusing Hope of pursuing Finn. Every lady has a unique perspective on what transpired down there when the subject of Thomas is brought up. However, Hope's attraction to Finn, whether past, present, or future, is the primary focus. Brooke insists that things are different now and tries to explain where Hope's heart and head were. Ridge interrupts, recalling abruptly that he can talk, but it doesn't ease the tension between his beloved ex-wives. Sheila has transformed Il Giardino into a Halloween celebration, complete with gory axes and severed heads. Deacon tells an incoming Carter she got a little carried away, and they both chuckle. The thought of a serial killer going all out on her high holy days is appealing to everyone, isn't it? As Deacon and Sheila talk about their very active sexual lives, Carter starts to feel a little uneasy. Carter jokes that you never know what to expect from Sheila once she leaves to make a pizza. You know, the woman who shot the daughter of his best friend? What about her husband? What about her grandmother? And her mother? Deacon inquires about Carter's relationship with Hope. Carter expresses his unwavering support for #Team Hope. "I think Hope makes the world a better place," Carter acknowledges. Sheila breaks in to provide a dish of cookies for the toes. Deacon tells Carter that he's excited with Hope's recent transformations after she leaves once more. "I expect Hope to be a part of the great things that are ahead at Forrester," he says. In closing, Deacon expresses gratitude to Carter for helping Hope. The COO promises to stick with Brooke and her daughter, even though he acknowledges he doesn't really care about the Forrester versus Logan controversy. Taylor, meantime, expresses to Ridge her concern that Hope may be going into a downward spiral. The true drama, however, is taking place in the design office, where Hope's denial that she was attempting to woo Carter leads to a startling conclusion: she is fired by Steffy. When Hope objects, Steffy, in full boss rhyme with which mood, yells, "Who is in charge of this company?" "Yes, I do. And you're done if I say you're done." Steffy hurries into the main office and informs her parents that she has fired Hope after instructing her to collect her belongings since she and her line are over. Steffy replies, "I'm going to need you to back me on this, Dad," as Ridge recognizes that this is going to put him in a very awkward situation. "I will require your assistance." Carter and Hope launch their own business? According to spoilers, there will be a lot of turmoil in the boardroom at Forrester Creations this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. After pitching a novel new business strategy, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, might end up unemployed. Will Carter launch his own business with Hope Logan, Annika Noel? Before using all they have learned to start their own fashion firm, you would think the Forrester family would start treating their staff a little better. However, Steffy Forrester, played by Jacqueline McInnes Wood, doesn't believe that's possible or isn't planning so far in advance. Carter has spent years managing the business affairs of the Forrester and analyzing data. The idea that he could launch his own business is not out of the question. Given that he offered to invest part of his own funds in Forrester, it is clear that he has money put aside for funding. Spoilers for B&B, Carter and Hope launch their own business? Why doesn't he use that money to launch his own business, where he can make important business decisions without seeking permission from others? B&B spoilers suggest that if Steffy dismisses Carter, he might do just that. Carter appears to be passionate about fashion now that he is in a relationship with Hope Logan. Since Hope for the future has been under Steffy's control for months, it won't be difficult to persuade her to accompany him. Carter Walton and Hope Logan might be Steffy Forrester's new rivals in addition to becoming the next power couple on The Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers for Steffy Forrester's new competition on The Bold and the Beautiful. The soap opera hasn't featured competing fashion businesses in a long time, and it doesn't appear that Sally Spectra will ever return. It may be time to split the Forresters and Logans into different businesses. We also know that the runway performances would be amazing and would make fantastic television. After being fired, Carter plans a massive takeover of Forrester. The brave and the lovely. According to spoilers, Carter Walton might become the target of Steffy Forrester's rage and lose his job. Unfortunately, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, bumped into John Finnegan in the design office as Steffy entered, thinking she was about to surprise Carter. Will Hope and Carter soon lose their jobs? Carter Walton is not happy with Ridge Forrester, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. The brave and the lovely. According to spoilers, Carter is upset that Ridge does not share his views on this new course for Forrester Creations. Eric Forrester is also not prepared to take a chance on this concept. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. After being fired, Carter plans a massive takeover of Forrester. Ridge is already aware of the solution, but he won't tell Carter. Carter will lose it when he finds out. Sadly, it appears that Carter might already face consequences for standing up for Hope. As Carter prepares to return to the design studio, he finds Hope being reprimanded by Finn for an accident in addition to Steffy. When Finn walked in, Hope was behind a screen in the design office. It's not like he had any business there. Steffy is certain to carry out her plan to eliminate Hope for the future now that Hope unintentionally touched Finn. Hope simply cannot win here, and Carter will undoubtedly defend her. This is just another thing that Steffy is accusing Hope of. When Carter loses his job as a result of her, Hope will be devastated. The Forresters will make Carter feel deceived, which can cause him to do something he wouldn't normally do. As Forrester's COO, Carter is well-versed in every aspect of the company, including its financials. Would Carter be able to figure out how to acquire Forrester Creations? Is Carter possible to remove the Forresters from the company? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton is wealthy. Carter may be able to pull off a takeover because he has already volunteered to use his money to help make this concept succeed. Perhaps Carter will be able to arrange a surprise strike on Forrester with the assistance of another fashion house. Is this how Carter would pursue the Forresters? Hope and Carter might just launch their own design company, but unless he can find an established firm to support them, it might take some time to get going as a startup. It would be so much more logical to target Forrester. Since the Forresters didn't trust Carter enough to follow his plan, will he go after them all? Is Carter in danger of being fired? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. October 31st, Thursday, is Carter under attack? According to Thursday, October 31st, 2024, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. B&B, Steffy will regain her authority and surprise everyone. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy Forrester makes the final choice. When it comes to business, Steffy Forrester Finnegan dislikes it when people go over her head. Steffy is upset because Carter Walton has been going too far recently. Unbeknownst to her, he hired Ivy Forrester, defended Hope Logan's consistently failing line, and now has an unfathomable vision for Forrester. Steffy does something that will astound the board as a result of all of that. Does she dismiss Carter? Given how long he has been employed by the company and how he is regarded as a member of the family, if that is the case, it will be a significant step. Even Ridge Forrester considers Carter to be his best friend, and Eric Forrester views him as a son. Will the Logan clan be the only ones who support Carter? Now that she is aware that Hope and Carter are having a brief affair that could develop into something more, Brooke Logan will undoubtedly support him. At Il Giordano, Carter converses with Hope's father while enjoying a moment of peace before the storm. He even breaks bread with the murderous woman costumed as a witch, demonstrating his admiration for Sheila Carter's Halloween motif. Yes, Sheila has changed into this person. She provides food and beverages and decorates eateries. Carter informs Sheila and Deacon Sharp during their visit that things are improving in his life. Is he making waves at work and making out with Deacon's daughter because he mentions that? Undoubtedly, that would be unexpected. There must be more surprises planned because it's Halloween, don't you think? Bill Spencer's latest power play has sent shockwaves through the fashion industry, marking a dramatic pivot in his influence over Forrester Creations. Known for his strategic business acumen and knack for pushing boundaries, Bill has taken an unexpected interest in Ivy Forrester and Hope Logan's budding new fashion house. This move not only puts him in direct opposition to Ridge Forrester and Steffy Forrester Finnegan but also signifies a high-stakes power struggle that could shake up the entire design world. Ivy and Hope's fresh concept for their fashion house, driven by inclusivity, ethical production, and innovative design, has Bill's attention due to its potential to disrupt Forrester Creations' market dominance. As the lines of loyalty blur, Bill is using every resource at his disposal to elevate Ivy and Hope's brand to international prestige, positioning their venture as a formidable rival to Forrester Creations. With Bill's backing, they now have the financial might, media exposure, and high-profile connections to make a true splash in the industry. For Ivy, who has long been overshadowed by Steffy and other Forresters at the company, this new project represents an opportunity to step out of that shadow and redefine herself as a formidable force in fashion. Having grown up in Australia and with a background in jewelry design, Ivy brings a unique perspective to the new fashion house. She has a nuanced understanding of materials, an eye for intricate design, and a refined taste that blends her heritage with modern flair. Partnering with Hope allows Ivy to bridge her jewelry expertise with Hope's experience in haute couture, creating a distinctive brand identity that Bill sees as a direct threat to the classic Forrester Creations aesthetic. Bill's power play here is strategic. He's betting on the combined strength of Ivy's unique style and Hope's understanding of the fashion market to pull customers away from Forrester Creations. Hope, too, is seizing this moment to finally break free from the tug-of-war that's plagued her relationship with Forrester Creations. For years, Hope has had to wrestle with Steffy over not just family dynamics, but also professional ambitions. Although Hope's hope for the future line has seen its ups and downs, with Bill's backing, she's reinvigorated with the creative freedom and resources to chart a bold new path. This new venture symbolizes Hope's desire to create something entirely her own, without the constant oversight and competition she endured under Forrester's roof. It's not just about fashion for Hope, it's about reclaiming her autonomy and setting a precedent for how women can define their professional paths independently of family legacies. Together, Ivy and Hope have crafted a vision centered on accessible luxury, sustainable fashion, and ethical production, ideals that resonate with a growing market of socially conscious consumers. Meanwhile, Bill's moves are sending shockwaves through Forrester Creations, where Ridge and Steffy are gearing up for battle. Ridge, ever the protective patriarch, recognizes Bill's influence and knows that it's not just Ivy and Hope who pose a threat but the force of Spencer Publications' media machine backing them. Ridge sees Bill's interest as not only a business ploy but a personal affront, given their long history of rivalry. Bill, after all, has a history of attacking Forrester Creations when it benefits his interests, and Ridge knows that this latest power move is more than just a business deal. It's a targeted strike meant to destabilize the family and perhaps even steal away the company's loyal customers. Ridge's first response is to strategize how Forrester can keep its edge in design innovation, bringing in top designers, launching new campaigns, and keeping the brand's luxury status intact. At the same time, he's grappling with how to handle Ivy and Hope's departure without making them look like sympathetic underdogs in the industry. Steffy, on the other hand, feels the threat even more personally. As CEO, she views Ivy's and Hope's venture as a betrayal, especially given Ivy's family ties and Hope's long-standing relationship with Forrester. She feels blindsided by Ivy, whom she believed to be a loyal member of the Forrester team. Ivy's new partnership with Bill Spencer, one of the Forresters' most antagonistic rivals, feels like a direct assault on her leadership. Steffy, a fierce competitor herself, is ready to fight fire with fire. She immediately rallies Forrester's PR and marketing teams to highlight the core values of Forrester Creations: legacy, luxury, and family loyalty. Moreover, Steffy is not above using her media connections to subtly cast doubt on the sustainability and ethics claims of Ivy and Hope's fashion house, hoping to sway consumers back to the trust and tradition Forrester has established. The war between the two brands heats up as each side employs every tactic at its disposal. Bill's investment in Ivy and Hope's fashion house has given them access to the best PR, designers, and manufacturing teams that his resources can buy, allowing them to speed up production and get their brand onto the shelves quicker than anticipated. They unveil a powerful debut collection with a grand launch event, backed by social media influencers, top-tier fashion magazines, and exclusive partnerships with high-profile retail stores. The event captures the attention of the fashion world, positioning Ivy and Hope as visionary disruptors willing to challenge the status quo. Bill's involvement amplifies the launch, creating an aura of exclusivity and making their brand the latest trend. It's a calculated risk, but Bill believes in his ability to turn Ivy and Hope into major players. This high-profile launch does not go unnoticed by Forrester Creations. In response, Steffi and Ridge launch an aggressive campaign to reinforce their brand's image of legacy and timeless elegance. Ridge brings in Eric, the founding Forrester, to remind consumers of the rich history behind the brand and the many groundbreaking designs they've created over the decades. Eric's involvement adds a sentimental touch that Bill can't replicate with his more commercially aggressive approach. Forrester Creations leans heavily on its heritage, launching a retrospective line that celebrates its legacy while keeping up with modern trends. The campaign is heartfelt and filled with nostalgia, aiming to tug at the heartstrings of loyal Forrester customers who view the brand as an emblem of classic fashion. The battle between Forrester Creations and Ivy and Hope's new brand represents more than just a competition in fashion. It's a clash of ideologies, generations, and personal values. Hope and Ivy represent a new age in fashion where transparency, sustainability, and diversity are celebrated. In contrast, Forrester Creations stands for tradition, exclusivity, and long-established luxury, qualities that made the brand iconic but may seem out of touch to younger, more socially conscious consumers. Bill's support for Ivy and Hope is as much a business decision as it is a personal vendetta against Ridge and Forrester Creations. He's determined to prove that he can break their hold on the industry by elevating Ivy and Hope as symbols of modern fashion, reshaping the power dynamics of the fashion world in his favor. With the two fashion houses constantly vying for market dominance, the stakes have never been higher. As the rivalry intensifies, Ivy and Hope begin making waves with unconventional marketing strategies, including direct interaction with their fans, a fresh approach to runway shows, and an emphasis on diversity and inclusion that resonates deeply with younger audiences. Meanwhile, Forrester Creations capitalizes on its exclusive partnerships, celebrity endorsements, and elite clientele to maintain its status in the high fashion world. But the competition takes a toll on both sides as personal relationships are strained, alliances are tested, and each brand fights for survival in a cutthroat industry. Ultimately, Bill's power move and the rise of Ivy and Hope's fashion house has reignited the fashion war between Spencer and Forrester. The clash between tradition and innovation, family loyalty and independence, is unfolding in front of the world, and fans of the fashion scene are captivated by every twist and turn. As Bill continues to fuel Ivy and Hope's ascent, Ridge and Steffi will stop at nothing to protect Forrester Creations' legacy, leading to a dramatic showdown that promises to reshape the future of both fashion houses. Only time will tell whether Ivy and Hope's bold new venture will be enough to dethrone the mighty Forrester Creations, or if the legacy brand will rise victorious once again.